Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Food FAQ podcast. We're going to continue our kitchen basics series that's going to help you start from the bottom up to become a confident cook. And today, what are we talking about, Keith?
Spices and flavor agents.
What does that mean?
Oh my gosh. So what it means is kind of like episode previous to this, to listen to it. What you keep in your home. This is the different type of spices and flavorings that you keep in your cabinets so you can cook on your own.
Yes.
So we have a couple of must-haves. This is barring, obviously, you have salt and pepper in your home. So this is to add a couple extras to this. So kick it off, Mariela. You tell me.
Well, I want to preface your preface to saying that Eric mistakenly took a NyQuil today before going to work.
Yeah.
Yet he is recording this episode, and that's why we're prefaces because we are exhausted, but really want to get this information out to you.
Yep. And that was by accident.
It was, yeah, because
who would do that
on purpose?
A long day.
All right, so we want to talk about seasoned butters, marinades, olive oil dips, and then we want to talk about herbs that are fresh and dry. I very rarely buy fresh herbs because they're expensive and they don't last very long. I used to grow basil in my garden when the pandemic was rolling around and I had time to like tend to it. And it was amazing to have it on. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was really amazing, but I don't have that kind of time right now, so I don't do it anymore. Do you ever buy fresh herbs?
I just want to preface this with just, during the pandemic, I was growing herbs in my garden. I was like working in the middle of Manhattan, but okay.
Yeah, like, we had a different
every
experience
day during this. So I don't keep fresh herbs in my home. Okay. I use dry herbs. I will buy fresh herbs if I'm doing a couple things special. Like if I am making a homemade pasta sauce or something like that, then I will keep fresh herbs in my home. I do keep fresh garlic cloves, but I buy them in bulk and I freeze them. And so I do keep that, so this way you actually taught me that. So
did I? I'm like, that's really smart.
You froze garlic in my home the other day.
I did.
And what was funny is I was cooking and I was like, man, I need some garlic. I'm like, oh my God, Mariela left me some garlic.
Wow, that was a really good idea.
You were like the little garlic gnome. That was the day you left me chicken cutlets. Left me chicken cutlets and frozen garlic. So no, I do not keep, unlike the Puerto Rican Martha Stewart over here who kept her own fresh herbs.
I did, and it was a good thing. I'm not going to lie.
I do not, but I think you can get some really good dry herbs and they can work out pretty well.
100%. And I've seen many things online about how like disastrous the ingredients are that they put in them. And I'm not going to dehydrate garlic anytime soon and make my own. I don't care. And like, I mean, I care, I guess, theoretically, but I will not spend time making my own. So what do I keep? I keep garlic, onion powder, oregano, thyme, and my new favorite, smoked paprika from Trader Joe's that comes in this little red tin can that is like, I was just telling you, it's like the thing that I didn't know I was missing. It's like this amazing flavor that is also something you can't replicate. It's, yeah, important, I think.
Let's talk about paprika for a minute.
Tell
me.
If
it's not smoked paprika, there's no flavor to it. It
colors
your food. It makes it look nice. It makes it look like if you're going to make roasted potatoes and you throw some regular paprika on it, it gives some really nice color. So let's just preface that. Smoked paprika gives a very different flavor to it. Smoked paprika actually does some cool things. And I just recently discovered smoked paprika also. And I bought it at Lidl and it was like $2.99.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Jar of smoked paprika. And you can put it in a bunch of things. And it just gives just kind of like a smoky push to your food. Just
especially
get
chicken.
chicken. You can put it in chili, like,
Never tried that. I don't make a lot of chili at home because the kids don't like ground beef,
well,
which
it's
is,
hot where you live.
well, I mean, I eat chili in a sauna. I like chili. But my kids don't like chili, so I don't make it often. It's like arroz con pollo. They don't like it. No one in my house likes arroz con pollo.
That's
Can you
so
believe
weird.
that?
That's so weird.
I
I don't
know.
know, is like a comfort food.
I agree, and it's delicious, but not a favorite around here. But anyway, I digress. Where do we get good spices at, Keith?
So some of the best spices that you can get, Trader Joe's. Trader
Right.
Joe's has such a great spice collection. And what I kind of like is, well, one, Trader Joe's is extremely affordable. Two, they come out with all these great blends to it. So one of my favorite blends from Trader Joe's is their Green Goddess
Mm.
blend. Just because what I like about the Green Goddess blend, it has a lot of the green blends in there that you would buy separately, but it has it in one bottle, and it's really versatile from flavoring meats, fishes, making your own salads, using, olive oil to mix it with and dip bread. And I'll tell you a really cool one that they had the other day, and you gotta bear with me on this one, but it's a ketchup flavored powder,
Yeah, I
and
saw it.
just like sprinkle it on potatoes or something like that, sprinkle it on your vegetables. It is a little pungent, so a little bit goes really far. But Trader Joe's is probably my favorite place to hit up for new spice blends, and they always come out with new stuff.
Yeah, and you know what's really good too? Their garlic powder is so like it tastes legit
Right,
and it smells legit. Not that listen, I am no stranger to like the Walmart 99-cent brand because I buy it too.
right,
But if we're talking about like my fave, it would be theirs. And
right.
it's like something I go through at least two of those a month, which I don't know if that's a lot, but I do.
That is a lot.
I cook
Not
a
to
lot, okay?
not to put you down, but you're a little heavy-handed on that.
I cook a lot. I do. I really do. I cook a lot and I make a lot of chicken, which I think requires a lot of heavy-handedness. I've also, that's something funny you should say. I've learned that recently. Like I used to be a little bit more delicate with my seasoning, and I feel like the more aggressive I am with some
Yeah,
of it, the like better the food tastes. And I think that's like the restaurant secret. Like they season the crackers out of stuff. I have kids and I don't say a lot of bad words in front of them, and that's one of them. Crackers equals shit.
you just said it.
I said
Okay. I learned all my curse words from you.
it.
Holy Hannah, that's from
Holy
you.
Hannah.
Okay.
That
Cheese and
one.
crackers, that's from you also.
Yes. I love the real one, so I have to make up
You sure do love
replacements.
a good curse word.
All right, and then my favorite, honestly, my favorite fresh herb besides basil is sage, and I only buy sage for Thanksgiving, and I
Yep.
could bathe in it. And I don't use it for turkeys because I don't make turkeys, and I leave that to other people. I make Laura Bush's cornbread dressing, which
Oh,
is, yeah, interesting choice.
okay, yeah.
The best cornbread dressing, and it has like literally like two packages of sage in it, and it's just not enough.
I used to make Paula Deen stuffing for a while, but
Well, these
then
like
like
confessions of like,
this is like so I used to make Paula Deen stuffing for a while, but I think just I don't know, we're talking about stuffing really quick, is that
Mhm,
I just kind of started making my own as well at that point, because once you learn how to make one, you
mhm.
can just play with it and you can make your own type. But sage is something I love the flavor of it, but I only buy it once a year,
Right.
and it just kind of reminds me of the holidays. And so
Hmm.
that's why. But I think we can find other uses for sage that you can use throughout all the holiday, not just,
True.
you know,
We
during
should
that
work
time
on
of
that
year.
because you know what's delicious? Sage butter is delicious.
Sage butter is really good.
And that would taste good on, I don't even know. I got to think about that. But that's something to think about. How to use these holiday herbs in a way that can translate that when it's not the holidays.
Right. So I think the key with when it comes to seasonings is to play with it. You're gonna have to play with them.
Right.
And
You're
you're gonna
gonna,
have to play with what your taste buds enjoy. And that's where you're gonna find the magic of your combination. But so I think we should talk about, what are some what are some herbs that you want to keep fresh if you are going to use it? And my favorite herb, like I feel it sounds a little basic, but my favorite herb to keep fresh is basil.
Yeah, it's
Because
so
basil is so
delicious.
versatile. Even if you just put basil on a salad also.
Yes, and that's a good idea in a salad.
Yeah.
People put herbs in salad all the time, and I always think
Yeah.
it's a great idea, and I never do it at home. And it's such
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
But you could
I
even
got
put
myself.
basil with like sweet stuff, like watermelon or and feta. Like I would eat that.
I like feta and watermelon salad, but I'm a purist when it comes to watermelon, and I just like it on its own.
What does that even mean?
Uh, Okay, Mariella. What it means is that you chop it up and you get it cold and you eat it without anything. But feta watermelon salad is delicious.
Yes.
It is really good.
How
But
about with tahini, watermelon?
yeah, again, I'm more of a purist with my fruit, but tahine is delicious, like with watermelon or mango.
Mango.
It's
I
actually really good.
I could live on a
Okay,
mango.
so first time I ever had mango with tahine, it's when I was living in New York and it was really hot and I was in a subway and you have these people that sell like watermelon and tahine or cucumbers and tahine or things like that. And when I bought the mango, it had the tahine on it. And I wanted the mango by itself, um, but it didn't come that way. You don't really get a choice when you're buying it off of a cart. I don't even know if I should have been buying it off of the cart, but um, I was desperate and it's really good.
So good. I love it. So yeah, we can use that's another idea, right? You can use some seasonings on fruit. You can
Right.
grill them even after you add the seasoning to it or before. It would be delicious. You know what I bought? Fresh bay leaf. And I let it sit in my refrigerator, and you know what it turns into?
A dried bay leaf.
Yes! So it
Oh,
doesn't go bad.
science. That's
Yes.
amazing.
It
Mari, that's
doesn't
a,
go bad, and I've had it in there, and I still use it, and it's delicious. And they're bigger because when you buy the little like the dry bay leaves, they're like little and like peely, and they're like skinny. I like a big fat bay leaf, and I used it in like soups and stews, and it's definitely something you put in when you like want to cook something down. Not necessary 100%, but I don't know. I think it's a Cuban thing, right? Bay leaf goes in a lot of stuff in Cuban food.
yeah.
And then we have chicken bouillon, which is irreplaceable, unmistakable, and absolutely necessary in your kitchen as a spice of some kind, or I don't know, a flavor agent, I guess we can call it.
Well, because you emphasize the flavor so hardcore with it. Like if you ever just like boil rice, like throw a couple bouillon cubes in there before you boil your rice. And it
Yes.
does add like a whole new flavor. But we talked about when you careful with the salt. That's it.
Yeah,
My
you have
dietary
to.
restriction, I just gotta be careful with the salt in that.
Absolutely delicious. Chicken stock, useful. I think it's overrated. You can always use bouillon, which lasts
Yeah,
forever in your pantry, and it's cheap.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel like it's the same thing, honestly. I think bouillon tastes better than like
Well, it
dirty
even
chicken
also
water.
says, I think it's like one bouillon cube for like 8 ounces of water or 6 ounces of water, something like that. Whatever the package on the
Says.
back it says. And I will say, I like the bouillon cubes better because you can buy like chicken like stock, like it's like almost
A paste.
like a paste. I was gonna say goopy. Okay, like a paste form.
It's a goopy.
It's a goopy chicken. Um, I feel that like I don't know why it doesn't taste as good as the I need all that compact salt
I like that
in
too.
the bouillon cube.
And I got into the goopy a little bit for a while there when I lived in New Jersey because I don't know why. I think I couldn't find the good bouillon cubes over there and I just kind of made do. But
It's not good things in Jersey sometimes.
yeah, sure. So they have great Italian food, but when it comes to stuff like
Yeah.
this, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the other day I experimented with adding chicken bouillon powder to my fried rice, and it was like
Hmm.
a whole new world. I don't know if it's the MSG because it has to have MSG, this like powdered bouillon stuff. I don't know what it was, but it was like everybody must try this. Just a sprinkle at the end and like mix it up. Please do this for your fried rice. We can talk about fried rice another time. It's another great freezer pantry. recipe that will literally take you through any like budgetary drought that you may have.
Right.
Everything comes from your freezer or your pantry, and they're all low cost items, and you don't even need meat. And I've used Spam before. Delicious.
Spam is great and like fried rice and stuff like that.
Right? So
It's really,
good.
yeah.
And then what about the last few flavor agents, Key? We're talking about soy and stuff.
So soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce.
What's that here, Josh?
Worcestershire
Emerald
sauce.
Lagasse.
Bam. All right, so soy sauce. So soy sauce. All right, so that's another thing I can't have. I can't have soy sauce because even though you're much older than me, um,
2 days.
whatever, they're still older. So I do use low sodium tamari,
Okay.
which mimics it. I don't like coconut aminos or things like that. It's a little bit too sweet for me.
Yeah.
If you marinate like a steak with it, like it might be okay. But I don't, but tamari. So low sodium
What's the
tamari.
difference?
There's no difference in the taste.
But what is it the difference? Do you know? Or are you just being snooty and using tamari because you like the way it sounds?
No, it's because my nutritionist told me to use tamari.
Oh, that's
And
something to
so
Google. We gotta Google tamari and see what the difference is
yeah,
there.
it's I don't know the exact process of the making of it, but yeah, we can look that up.
I'm gonna
But
Google it right now because I mean,
all right, we'll Google it while I talk about it. So it has no difference in the taste. Look for the low sodium tamari, and it completely is the taste of
ah.
soy sauce.
So yeah, tamari is a little thicker and less salty, while soy sauce has a thinner consistency and leaves a burst of salt on the tongue.
Right.
Interesting. You know what I want to try?
What?
Dark soy sauce,
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of cooks with that.
right? Because that's what gives that good color to the fried rice, which you can't achieve with regular soy sauce.
Who is it? I forgot her name, but she uses dark soy sauce. But I've heard like I've not used it yet. I know it's a good coloring agent,
Yes, I want to try it.
like for soups and things like that. But it's really good. So Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. So I do keep that in my home actually.
Me too. It lasts
All right.
forever.
Well, the only reason I kept it in my home is because my mother was visiting. She made Bloody Marys. So
The fifth food group or however many there
right, Maria's fifth food group, Bloody Mary, 8 o'clock in the morning. That was on Thanksgiving.
He's the best.
So, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce is really underrated, but it's really good.
Right? I put it in my pot roast. I put it in my stroganoff. You can literally put it in anything that you kind of like have like meat in, right? And it adds like a little something in the background that you're like, what is that? But it's delicious.
Right.
And then there's vinegars, right? Like I think my personally, red wine vinegar is like if you just have that, you'll be fine. It's not as acidic. It goes in most things.
Okay, dark
And
soy sauce. I'm sorry. I looked it
oh,
up. Have you ever seen Marion Grasby?
yes.
She's fabulous. She's this Thai Australian cook. I really adore her. And if she's listening to me, she's a fabulous woman. And I would love to chat with her. But anyway, so she's the first time that I saw dark soy sauce, and then I got interested in it um to see like what she did with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot of sauce I'm gonna try. But anyways, I'm sorry. Back to what you were
No.
saying.
Let's make a deal that we're gonna try the dark soy sauce very, very soon and
Yeah,
report back. I'll
yeah.
make the rice because I love fried rice and my kids will actually eat it. So I'll make fried rice with it and tell you if it makes a difference.
Fried rice is a great way to get rid of your leftovers too.
100%. Any
You can use
protein,
chicken, beef, pork, like
I'll
anything.
sing the
You can put bacon
praises
in
for
there.
it. I've done it with bacon before and it's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Leftover kimchi, like anything, you can just toss in that.
So with vinegar, the other day I was making hummus at home and I didn't have a lemon and I Googled it. And did you know that you can sub vinegar for lemon in most recipes? And I did, and it worked.
Well, yeah, because it's acidic.
Yeah, because I honestly very seldom keep lemon. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. They go in and out for me. So like if you want to make something with a burst of acid, get into your pantry and grab your vinegar and it'll do. It's not the same, lemon has a very unique taste, but it will absolutely do if you need it in a pinch. And I read that also red wine vinegar is less acidic than lemon, so you'd have to add a little more, which I kind of like because I don't know, sometimes hummus can be so pungent. But anyway, the first episode of our Kitchen Basics series, we talked about fats. And now we're building with spices and flavor agents. What can you make if you combine these two groups, Kiki?
Food.
What food can you make? A seasoned butter, a marinade. What else can you do?
Salad dressings. You can make obviously hummus. Let's see, marinades, salad
This,
dressings, emulsifiers. You can make dips. You can make different spreads. You can, as we go into cooking, these are just ingredients that are going into your different sauces and into your vegetables and things like that. So I think, these are the building blocks to build your kitchen. And
mm-hmm.
these are just your building blocks to have. So at the end of the day, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars
No.
to build what you want. You just need a couple of really good ingredients. I think at the end of the day, the previous episode, we had narrowed down the 4 fats. So if you had to narrow it down, like on, let's say, 6 items to
Mm-hmm.
keep in your home with this topic, what would you do?
I would say garlic, onion powder. I would say
Bouillon
definitely
cube,
a bouillon cube. That's 3. Oregano is super good. Paprika, that's
smoked
5.
paprika.
Smoked paprika. Thank you for correcting me once more. And
You're
then
welcome.
so, and then definitely soy sauce. I think it's like necessary, legit necessary.
Is that
So I
so?
think like the moral of this story is if you take fat plus flavor, you get a winning combination.
Yeah, flavor fan.
Flavorful fat, baby. And that's what we're all about? So take out some of that olive oil, put a little bit of oregano or thyme or whatever you want and mix it in together and dip a piece of bread in there and eat it and try it
Mariela,
out.
smoked paprika butter.
Shut up. Put that on a
That
piece
does
of
sound good.
chicken under the
Put it
skin.
on a loaf of bread and put it under your broiler.
Shut up. I've never even thought about that.
I just thought about that right now.
I'm gonna eat that like right
My fat
now.
ass already just kicked into gear, and I just thought about that right now.
Paprika butter toast. Oh, I'm
Wow,
gonna make it. I'm
smoked
gonna make it tonight.
paprika butter toast.
Okay, I'm gonna make it tonight and I'm gonna report back to
Do
all the
it.
foodies out there. I hate the word foodie. To all the FAQers. It sounds dirty. The food fox.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Fockers, but
Are you the
I'm
Fockers?
glad you said it first. Okay, so I'm not at fault for that.
Okay, so I hope this helps. We are going to continue this kitchen basics series until we get into the point where you can figure out how to cook without having to look to anyone else except yourself and your intuition and the ingredients you have available to make something delicious for yourself, your family, your man, your woman,
Whomever, your friends.
your friend, your dog.
I don't think you can give butter to your dog. Don't listen to that.
Don't listen to that. All right, you guys, please leave us a review over on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars if you have it in your heart. If you're learning, drop us a line at our email address. You can find it in the show notes. It is foodfaqpod@gmail.com. And hit us up on our Instagram. We just started all this up and we need your feedback. We want to hear what you think. And we are
Questions.
happy.
Love questions.
Questions. Send me any question. Like you want to know how my very fat assery paprika toast turned out? Smoked paprika? I'll let you
Right.
know. Hit me
Or
up.
when Marion Graspy is going to contact us.
Oh,
So
she's your special girl.
she
I
is.
know. She will. She'll be on here. Just
One
give her
day.
time. Her and Ina just sitting across from us.
Her and Ina, that would be my dream come true.
Oh my God. It's gonna happen. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back and cook something and tell us about it.
Bye bye.
Take care.